I'm gonna have to let Kate fill you in on the details because I'm a little disturbed, she's a little disturbed, and I think we may have to make a change in location. Kate is having a little trouble at the moment. We just met this fantastic couple, Larry and Cheryl. Thank you guys so much for meeting us here in Prescott. However, we decided to stay in the downtown area after lunch and get some work done. We parked in another spot and Kate and Leo went for a walk. I'm gonna have to let Kate fill you in on the details because I'm a little disturbed, she's a little disturbed, and I think we may have to make a change in location.
So Leo and I are going for a walk in the main area around historic downtown. And, well, first of all, I had a gentleman talk to me about Leo because Leo's been walking with a bit of a limp. He's getting old and unfortunately he has cancer. So we're giving him pain medication to help him and he's enjoying life. His quality of life is still really good. The gentleman looked at me, who I've never met before, and said, "Have you thought about euthanizing your dog?" I have no idea how to respond to a comment like that, nor would I ever walk up to a stranger and ask them that question. It was very disturbing to me to have another human being that I've never met before ask me if I thought about euthanizing my dog simply because he has a limp. He has no information about Leo. So that was incident number one. Then I'm walking with Leo slowly, and another gentleman looks at me and starts questioning me about Leo's limp. And he's following me, trying to have this conversation with me about Leo. And I don't want to have this topic or discussion with strangers, so I'm trying to walk away from him. Then a couple is chasing me down, and they're saying, excuse me, miss, and I stop to talk to them. And the woman tells me that she and her husband had just pulled up in a parking spot. They saw a guy in a black Honda stop and take pictures of me. And then he proceeded to drive up the street, take more pictures of me, turn around, come back, and take more pictures. They found his behavior so disturbing that they got out of their car to let me know. And as I'm hearing this, my heart is pounding, and it's very disturbing to have somebody relay that news to me. And I felt so uncomfortable and uneasy at that moment, standing on a public sidewalk, which I've never felt before. So Leo and I start to make our way back. I guess today, of all of these events that happened, I am feeling very uncomfortable and uneasy being in this city. I've never had so many, I would call like distressful or disturbing things happen to me within such a short amount of time. Even if this gentleman had recognized me and Leo from our YouTube channel, he could have stopped to say hi, but to have him stop, take photos, drive up the street, take more photos is very disturbing. And it's not just me who finds it disturbing. Clearly the couple that saw him do this found it disturbing enough to come find me and let me know. And I don't know. People might say this comes with the territory of putting your life on the internet, but it does not justify strange and disturbing behavior.
Well, I think we have a few things that need to be answered. The first thing I think I need to address is Leo. Kate just mentioned Leo has cancer, and that is true. He has a large tumor on his shoulder. It's causing him to limp. We've been giving him some pain meds, and he's been doing pretty well. We're at the stage right now where he's about 13 years old, maybe a little bit older, and it's about quality of life for him. He still has all his spunk, his attitude is still there and everything else. His appetite is stronger than it ever has been, and he's still a stubborn husky. So we're going to keep this guy around as long as possible. He's still really happy, he's enjoying life, he just isn't able to take the walks that he used to. So I know everyone is worried and freaking out right now. He's getting to that age, but let me assure you, he's having a fantastic life at the moment. Right, bud? Oh, look at that.
So happy.
Okay, the second thing I should address. Prescott, walking around and just touring, we've met some great people and it seems like a great town. However, a lot of people have asked us about safety on the road. And I have no idea who this guy is that's following Kate. I suggested we go back outside, have her walk, and see if we could find him and take a picture of his license, report it to the police, just figure out something. The person, by all likelihood, might be harmless. But if we don't feel safe or comfortable in the area, no matter how nice it is, we've made it a rule that we'll leave. There's only been one other time that's happened. But I think this is certainly a justification for us saying, hey, one of us doesn't feel comfortable here. I don't know if this person is a stalker or they just thought that Leo was so stunning they had to take pictures, which has happened quite a few times before. But I don't want to stick around to find out. So I think I agree with Kate in that we should pack up, get going, and go somewhere else, because why should we have to be looking over our shoulder every time we go outside to see if this guy is following us? Plus, there have been a few other people that have made some comments about Leo, and Leo's old, he's limping, and I understand if someone's concerned, he has, a sticker in his paw or just wants to know what's wrong, but when we have people or a gentleman suggest that we euthanize our dog because he has a limp, I don't know. I'm getting the same vibe that Kate is, and when she came back and she said something, I said, I've been getting a strange feeling here too. I agree. Let's take off. So it's strange because I know a lot of people are asking all these questions right now, and we're probably going to get a lot of comments, but you have to go with your gut. And if you're not feeling comfortable, for whatever reason it is, move on. And I think that's the wonderful thing about this lifestyle. We don't have to stay. We had a fantastic lunch, met some great people, but I think we move on now. So why don't we look at the map and we'll figure out a spot to go.
Sounds good.
Okay. Guys, the just impromptu video that we put together once Kate got back, she had some feelings she had to share. We really appreciate all your comments and concerns about Leo. It's not something we really want to discuss further than this video. It's, obviously it's a very emotional thing for us because he's getting to that age, and, all of your comments, concerns, we really appreciate those. We're doing everything possible to make his life as enjoyable and comfortable as possible. So rest assured, Leo is in very good hands.
And I just want to add to that because, when things like this happen to humans, to dogs, as they get to the end of their life, it's easy to get caught up on, the sad aspect of what's happening to Leo. But think about the amazing travels he's had since we've hit the road, and even before we hit the road. Leo was living in a little cage at an animal shelter when we adopted him 8 years ago. And he has probably seen more of the United States than most of my friends. And he's been to the southernmost point in the country. Maybe we'll get him to Alaska before he leaves us, but he's having such a great time, and he loves meeting people and other dogs, and he still has that spunk in him. He just has a bad limp because of the cancer. And we can't do anything about that, but let's all focus on the positive, which is Leo gets to travel the country in a van with us, and we get to enjoy his company. And I know he puts a smile on many of your faces. So, just keep that in mind, and let's focus on the good things.
After that whole incident, we sat down, talked, and we were trying to figure out where we wanted to go when Kate reminded me that we ordered our mail yesterday to be delivered to Prescott. So it's not going to come for another, I think, 4 or 5 days at the most. So we kind of have to stay in the area to get our mail. We could drive out, but there's nowhere really that close. So we figure we'll stay, just keep an eye out, get a lot of work done. But a lot of you have asked, how do we get our mail on the road? Well, this is how we do it. We figure out where we're going to be. We call up our mail service. They send everything out to us, and then we pick it up at the post office. go grab our packages, and you have the envelope to mail?
I do.
This is going out to Kathy, who's a patron, and she's getting a signed copy of our book. Kathy, you'll get this in a few days. John, who has Facing West coffee, made me a pound of Ethiopian, I believe, and I can smell it. When the guy at the counter put this across, all I could smell was this delicious coffee. So John, I'm very excited to give your coffee a try. Thank you, John. It smells amazing. Next time, after going through a rough patch, we get some well-needed family time, and Leo gets excited over a special visitor. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you want to see the camper van series from the beginning, click right up here. We'll see you next time. Bye.